What's going on, everyone? Steve-O Supremo here, and I am just another game collector. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about reselling and whether or not it is killing the hobby we love near and dear. You're seeing in front of you the game collection that I had purchased and showed off to you guys yesterday. And on this stack on the left is a stack of all the doubles that I do not need. Stack on the right is everything that's staying, along with the two consoles that were in it. So, sorry, clear my throat. So, I get to add a great amount of stuff to my collection. Super stoked about. But on this side, I have stuff that I already own, so I don't need it. So, what do you do with it? Do you just let it sit in your collection, still have doubles of it, or do you get rid of it and resell it? That's the word right there. And it's a word that's kind of been tainted because there are very abusive channels out there and predatory channels that take advantage of video games and their reselling potential that have kind of turned it into a very dirty word. So does anyone who has a game that they're getting rid of that's extra, are they thrown into the category of the scumbag reseller? Or are there certain levels to it? And I'm on the side of believing that there are like levels to it. You're not all just dirty scumbag resellers if you're getting rid of 14 games out of the 70 plus games that I got from that lot yesterday. I don't think you qualify to be a scumbag. But there are people out there who I believe do qualify for that title. And that's kind of what I want to get into here today, is talking about what I believe qualifies you to be someone who I believe is ruining the hobby. I hope what I do with buying these Facebook Marketplace deals at good prices in order to grow my own personal collection, I hope it's not killing the hobby, because that would make me feel horrible. Because when I do something like this, again, all intentions is so I can grow my collection. I want to add all the games to the collection I can. And the unfortunate byproduct is sometimes when you buy them, you do get games you don't need for it because you already own them. The good thing is, though, when I get a collection like this is just me, for example. I get a collection like this, normally show some friends, and if there's anything they need in the collection, I want them to grow their collections as well at great prices. So I try to hook them up with great deals. Like, hey, I got this at a great price. Do you need Ocarina of Time for a great price? Okay, boom, $10, it's yours. You can have Ocarina. Mario 64, boom, $10, it's yours. Not the normal $30 they're going for. I try to hook people up with great deals once I show them a collection. Now, if they don't want anything, it then comes to, or we can trade stuff. We'll trade stuff with each other, games. Me and Alex have a trade, a Return to Mother Base we've been working on for months now. He's holding the game for me. I'm just trying to build up enough stuff that he wants so he can send the game I want to me, and I can send him some stuff. So do trades and everything all the time as well. So that's how I like to grow my collection. We still want to try to grow. We all want to try to grow our collection, well, on as great of a deal as we can, as great of a budget as we can. But I believe there are people who really have ruined the hobby for it. And that's mainly the content creators that go out making content on reselling. Which, I gotta say, guys, I hate it. I hate when it comes to the point of me having to list stuff online. I loathe it. I hate wasting my time taking pictures. I hate going on eBay and listing things. It's not fun to me. It is not fun doing it. It's time consuming. I could actually be playing a game rather than listing it and selling it online. So it gets old. I don't see how anyone can enjoy making a living like that. It would, not to discredit you wanting to do it that way, it's just, man, it would drive me nuts having to do that as a job and then be reliant on other people buying stuff from me in order so I can eat that day. It seems like a dangerous way to live. And I think the channels who actually do make content on it, like the bigger ones, say like a Harry Tornado or a Commonwealth Picker, even Chase After the Right Price and all those guys, It's more their channels are like kind of helping them grow their business, and they have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, so they're making good money off of their YouTube channel, to where they can make a living off that. It's not really off of the sales of their items anymore, so it's a little bit easier for them. But in general, I think most people like me, or just your average collector who, wants to trade in or sell their games just so they could add a game to their collection that they want, I don't think it's hurting the hobby at all. But those bigger channels, man, it has made competition out there so hard for people like me or you who really want to add stuff to their collection for a great price, because they're truly going out there and looking for the deal just so they can make money off of it. They would have saw this lot and been like, wow, I can get that for $300, which what he originally had wanted for everything. For I gave him 400 for the extra stuff. I can get all this stuff for $400, $300, $200, and make $1,000+ on it. Like, oh man, I'm just gonna buy it and sell everything. No, that's not my goal here. It's not what I want to do here. It's not the headache I would want to deal with here. I have a local collector who had some stuff they wanted to get rid of the other day. Maybe I'll show it off in a future video here, of a Nintendo 64, a couple games. He had some games in the pictures. He had some Xbox 360, a ton of games, like 70 games. He's like, hey, you want any of this stuff? It's like probably just the games that I want for the collection, because I don't want to deal with the headache of getting rid of it. Now, he was going to give me a great deal on everything, on all the games, but I would have to take the headache of selling all the extras he had in there. And it just wasn't worth it to me. I was like, no, I don't want to go through that headache. I hate it. He knows I hate it, but he doesn't want to go through the headache of selling it either. So, like, I refuse stuff all the time just because I'm of the mindset of wanting to grow the collection at the most efficient way I can with the least amount of headaches that I can. And reselling is a headache. But back to the content creators who kind of make a living off of it. It's just really hurt because they have shown that, hey, you can make money with video games. So if you're out there hunting for games, or if you're on your marketplace looking for stuff, look for video games and you could sell it and make money. And it has made it tough. I think the worst of the worst, though, are people who are truly killing it are channels like Chase After the Right Price. It's a channel I used to watch, but all their content has turned into now is an advertisement for their whatnot page so you can come on and buy their stuff. It's just, I get angry watching their stuff these days, and video games shouldn't make you angry, but you can even call it jealousy if you want. I don't care. For me, it's anger, because I hate seeing someone like them go to a convention and buy up all the really good games at discounted prices, and then turn around and sell it back to their fans at higher cost. And yet their fans just keep falling for it. Like, oh, I'm going to keep buying this stuff from them at a higher rate than they just bought it from at the convention. Not at the rate they got it from, but at the higher rate. And it just blows my mind. I don't know why people would continue to support and buy stuff from them, because you can see it plain as day what they're doing. But hey, all power to you if you want to do that. But it's also the fault of the vendors there for getting rid of the stuff. Like, it's the first day of a convention, they're coming in early and hooking them up with like 30-40% off on these big old bundle deals. It just, I don't know why they do it. It's mind-boggling. Also, you can hook them up so they can make even more money on their whatnots and their Amazon pages. So I think channels like that really have killed the hobby, especially that one, because he even showed in a recent video. I was watching Heck and Steve. He was doing a live roast about it, where this guy walked up to him with a bag full of like great games and said, hey, you got me into this thing of going out looking for games to flip, so why not sell them to you? You're my inspiration. So channels like that have created a new breed of people out there who are going out just looking for the stuff to get rid of it. And it wasn't like that in the past. Back in 2011, 2008, when I was truly out there really starting to go to garage sales and hunt things down, it wasn't like that back then. But it's a different world now. We're 10 to 15 plus years later. People are trying to make money and hustle their way any way they can. And unfortunately, video games are part of that hustle these days, guys. It's just the stuff that people are selling. It sells quick. And I don't know. I don't know what the future is going to be like for it. I do know it's going to get tougher and tougher. I don't know if it's something where eventually it'll die out and the collecting for some of the stuff we're going to go over of it, or what I think what's going to be stuff that's going to be easier to collect for in the future or not. But for now, it can be tough. Deals like this Facebook deal are very few and far in between. You're lucky if you get one deal like this a year. So this might be the big deal of the year, and we'll see what happens the rest. But the reason it is tougher is because of channels like Chase After the Right Price, because of Phoenix Resell, where they're advertising, hey, just go out and hunt games for us and send it to us. We'll pay you money. So go do all of our work for us. And yeah, but hey, kudos to them for making a business model like that, but it has made it really hard out there. So what do you guys think? You think it's harder out there if you're a collector going out to get games? Am I part of the problem? Is me doing this to add my collection? Am I part of the problem in some sense too? I can take it. Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.